Warm up the sun. Boom, baby, boom. Rise and shine. It's your morning motivation time. I'm your host with the mostest, Marky Saint. This is Saint's Addiction. And every morning I get up and blessed to be alive. Right off the bat, Plastic Pocket Challenge, y'all. Plastic Pocket Challenge, don't be lazy. Throw away your own trash. I live in an apartment where people trash their own environment. And we could talk about that in another episode. I did not plan on picking up 3 pieces of trash like that, but here we are. And you know what's really weird and really chaps my hide is because right here is the trash can. Hey, those kids are always rollerblading. At least they use their gear. Right here is a motherfucking trash can. Boom, baby, boom. Let's get it. I got people pulling up on me. Go ahead. Don't hit me. Come on. I'm like walking here and this dude got this close to me. Like, why are you this close to me when you got all that road over there? Dude, some people, bro, he actually turned. I'm like, what are you doing? And that's what we're talking about this morning. The other day I said, is that what this is? And that was kind of like part of the show. But now it's more for the question of a conversation with a friend. You know, nothing's better than getting feedback from a friend. You know, someone that knows you more intimately than you want to pretend. And unfortunately, that's what we do in our lives, right? We got to get to know ourselves. You know, we're in our heads all the time, making all these decisions, reacting to all this stimulus. And then there's the people that watch you do it. There are people that know you and your patterns. They may like you or not like you. You never know. It's feedback. And to get that kind of information from somebody else's perspective is key. You know, I do a lot of confessional work, right? This is my job. You know, this is my job. My job on this planet, I feel, is to be a messenger, to explain difficult subjects. As a teacher, that's what I did. And as I figure out our psychology, that's what I'll do. And morning. And when you're trying to figure Plastic Pocket Challenge, when you're trying to figure out yourself, you know, the best part is to release yourself from things that you pretend that you know, right? And get the information from your friends. You are going to always be biased to the way you think and feel. That's just your information sending your information. But much like when the internet first existed, there were all a bunch of computers linked together. You know, college students talking on the one campus. I think it was Stanford, but you know, this is a very, like, it was nothing when it was just a one-way path, you know? But once it started to link, once we all started to link, and all of a sudden everybody's got the internet on their phone and everybody's got a smartphone and everybody's connected, then that's where you can have the conversation. A lot of the conversations that we have are with strangers. You know, somebody you're paying an OnlyFans account to, somebody you're never going to get to talk to or hug, or beyond the digital into the physical. And that's where this whole conversation came from this morning, was I needed more physical. I've been going out to lunches with my friends or dinners or whatever it is, just to meet up with them. You know, I haven't seen my homie in about a year. He's like, it's been a year. I was like, no shit. He's like, oh shit. Okay, cool. Let's talk it up. We end up talking way past the meal. We're out in the parking lot still talking. The fucking waiter's still waving. But a conversation with a friend is really crutch, because what we were talking about was, he's about my age. I think he's 44, I'm 42, whatever. And about my age, like I said, I'm gonna go around people because I don't want to be near them. But, you know, when I'm talking to a fellow bachelor and a guy that's dating a single mom that's got 4 kids, a lot of, 3 different marriages, and I just broke up with a woman that got recently out of a divorce and had 2 kids, and I'm going through it, and I'm saying, like, you know, not for nothing, I always felt like we were this platinum. Watching the episodes with Kevin Samuels, we platinum, bro. damn, there's so many things here in this neighborhood. They always got the coolest little menorahs and shit, but we're platinum, you know, having a college education, um, financially stable, non-abusive, you know. I would I would venture to say that everyone has a weakness. You know, I said, what do you want to fix about her? And he said, I didn't really think about it. And a lot of people, for the self-examination part of it, right? More plastic pocket challenge. More of the part is, if I start thinking about what's wrong with you, right? Now I'm calculating that inside me. If I'm always thinking secret thoughts, because she was like, well, what would you fix about me? And he's like, I didn't think about it. And she's like, really? Because she's like, I want you to stop smoking cigarettes. He's like, yeah, I know, and we should buy a home together. So it's not just my house and your house or your rules or my rules. We should buy a house together. Apparently she owns multiple homes. And he's like, she doesn't need me, which I like, you know what I mean? And I'm kind of over having the kid thing. This works for me, And I'm like, cool, that's all it has to work for you. Because my words lately aren't so pro single mom. And I know it, it's going to happen regardless. And just more trash. But in that conversation, right? The conversation that I'm having with a friend was an eye-opening experience for me, because I literally just sent him, damn, there's a whole fan in the trash. Okay. This is weird. Whatever. But anyway, the point is to have the conversation. Damn, dude, nobody can make it to the trash. Like, for reals. Anyway, so my point was just that, when we have conversations with ourselves, we're isolated to ourselves in the perspective of a friend that isn't judgmental. It was tough for me to talk to him because he's in a relation, not tough because I love talking to him a long time, but he's in a relationship with a single mom, and I'm like, this stuff's dangerous, and I'm like, you don't want to do that, bro. You want to avoid this for this reason. I've been watching all these male dating coaches and online courses, and that's what they're pumping. A lot of women I was reading this morning about a woman that was doing a kink space and doing a lot of erotica, BDSM, and how women are trying to find their sexuality in a safe place without male toxic dating coaches. And I was like, yeah, they're probably ain't going to be your favorite coaches if they're thinking that kind of kinkiness, openness is what's going to get you what you want. Now, we can get what we want. I talked about it this week. What you want and what you need. You can get what you want. You can get your rocks off. But whatever you do in the dark comes out in the light. And that's something that I've learned a long ass time ago. Let me smoke this blunt with y'all. That you think that it doesn't harm you to have a high body count. You think that it doesn't harm you to have a kinky lifestyle. You feel that this is just what I want, and therefore I can justify any reason because I have a craving, because I have something inside me that says, yo, hey bro, what's up, man? Thanks for watching. Is that you, Benny Mac? Getting in on the show where we go yo to ourselves, right? High like an astronaut, let's get in. And conversations with ourselves are so biased that we'll send the same information to ourselves. We have no outside new sets of data, right? It's like a hypothesis needs to be tested. That's what our friends are doing. They're kind of testing us. And I've been there before where I've been kind of bitter. Like I said, I admitted it. I'm like sitting there. I don't want to talk to him about not dating single moms, because that's what he's doing right now. He's dating a single mom. He's happy. It might work for some people. And I'm sitting there going, well, did you ever want to have kids? Like, well, yeah. And I've been to the clinic a couple times. Nothing that I felt was a bond to it. Now that I'm at this age, I've given up. And it was just like that. The toy that was played with least. We are literally going back, both of us the same age. Only women that we got all have kids, and we all want to date and get laid. What are we to do? What are we to do when we got highly sexual women who do BDSM classes and show all the assets, but we want to date them because we have the same kink? That's not a dating place. That's a place to break up. That's a place that doesn't build. That's a place that just indulges. And that's a tough part for when we're doing the porn and porn on shirts and faceless porn and all these other different lifestyles. Because I've been going to the sex parties this whole summer, man. I told everybody I went to these sex pool parties this summer, and I don't know shit about nobody, bro. I'm a kinky monogamist. I didn't even play, but some people, they want to play with 10 people at the same time. And you think you know people, but you have no idea. And that's why we had to have this conversation this morning. It's like so many of us have a kink. So many of us have a dirty little secret. So many of us have a confessional. So many of us tell these things to our friends. And that's what we do. When the NSA is looking, they're listening. They're listening. Most of our conversations aren't about bombs or tyranny or treason. It's about relationships. As soon as you're done with the date, you got to call your friend, let her know that you're alive, and divulge every little detail. We don't do that with the person that we're dating. So you get no feedback. And most of us don't go back to the date and said, how did I do? We never really evaluated ourselves. We've never really questioned why the breakups have happened or why our lives are the way that they are. So I'm sitting here going like, I want to have conversations with honest friends that can give me honest feedback, even though it's critical and it can hurt a little bit. Not that he hurt me at all or any of that, but to have some kind of baseline to base ourselves off of. What I was hearing from Pearly Things just a second ago, she was right. It's like most women say they want a guy that's over 6 feet. It's just an easy number to say, 6 figures, 6 feet, over 6-inch dick. Here's the thing. Those guys, 6 feet is only 15% of all men. She asked the women, are you 15% in any category? Are you 15% top category of women's working out? Are you 15% of good-looking women that want to do their things? Are you in the top 15% to ask for the top 15%? And most people, they can't call it. That ain't what they're doing. They want the top brand. They can't afford the Louis Vuitton. They can't afford their taste. They got rich taste on an expensive or on a beer budget. I don't know if you've ever heard that. Champagne taste, beer budget. And that's what ends up happening to us. We end up going after things that we can't afford. We end up taking on things that don't match us. And a lot of the women will get the Brads and the Chads, and they'll sleep with anything because they're just trying to get their numbers up. They think they're in a relationship because they open their legs, and here's this guy that's just using them for sex. We aren't matching. You know what I mean? Like these things are colliding. And the best part that I had with a conversation with my friend is to see other perspectives, right? To see men out there that, you know what he told me? Let me spark this blunt for you, and then just I'm gonna spark this, and I'm gonna let you. Let me say it, and I'm sparking and let it sink in. He said, basically, I'm looking for a cat that can cook. I'll wait. I was like, whoa. Something that curls up, purrs on my lap, and then leaves me the fuck alone. I was like, wow, is that what we've reduced women to? I can see some negativity in men's coaching. You know, it's going to be tough to say date a single mom if you're a single guy without no kids. Dating a single mom, you're anticipating these kids. Is that all it is? Yes, Kevin Samuel said it to her. All it is, it's everything. Your 2 kids are everything. You are on a path with a whole nother man. And now you're on a path with a whole nother man, another one, and it's supposed to not impact you? Like it's not supposed to be a thing? You've made a decision, a life decision, or taken away a life in my case, the life decision to pair bond with someone, and now that you're not bonded, you're looking for somebody to fill the space. And the single men are doing the same. They're looking for somebody that meets those qualifications. Cuddle, fuck, cook. They're looking for a cat that can cook, bro. And I was just like, wow, I need a little bit more than that. But that's what we do. We ask for all the flavors. Except for we can't pay for all the flavors. So I go to same ice cream places you do, and sure I want. But like I think they only give you like how many toppings do you normally get? 1, 2, 3 on a pizza? Yeah, how many are you getting on the ice cream? All of them? And we got these checklists that everybody wants all of them, and you don't even give all of them. So it's one of those things. It's just a rare air that we are trying to create people instead of be people. We're trying to create connection and instead of actually trying to connect. And also we're trying to replace instead of replicate. There's something that happens to us where they say don't chase, replace, right? But it's also one of those things where there are no other people to replace. Last night all I did was watch about war factories and the World War One and just the amount of numbers of people that died and churned. You're talking like 30,000 dudes in one day, millions of people, multi-millions of people. It's scary, bro. You could just lose your life at any moment. What is life worth? And that's what I started to think. It was like, for the numbers, nobody's really going through like murder or war or sacrifice. We don't live in that reality, right? There's no world war for us to change all of our attitudes. But what's really interesting to me about the thing was that we as people, when the numbers are coming to us, the statistics matter. There's a men that had to sacrifice their lives, and I thought, how many bloodlines were lost because of war? How many incongruent, it doesn't even matter, life fucking snaps, boom, bap. It's over for those people. They are no longer gonna have any more children. They're never gonna come back to their homes. They're never gonna fucking see their moms or wives or kids again. It's snap, boom, that fucking quick. And they just kept feeding soldiers into these battles. Trench warfare, machine guns, barbed wire. One of the biggest killers in the war was barbed wire. It's supposed to keep cattle in an area. It helps kill humans. And we made 3 million miles of it, enough to go around the world a couple times. That's how much barbed wire changed the game. And when we start seeing people that really change the game, right? Really push the envelope, you're going to have to be somebody that can critically think. That's what was so important for me, to have outside perspectives and be open for things I've never been open for. I wasn't really good on criticism. I guess I just didn't trust the people or what they were saying. There it goes. And like everybody else, I guess it's the tone that the message came in. But when it came in a confidential conversation with a fellow man of mine that I've known for 20 plus years, and we're going through it, having conversations about men dating in the future. And I guess I'm a crack male men's dating coach, but I don't consider myself a dating coach. I would much rather people connect than to be separate. I would much rather people put down the facade and meet in real life, put down the phone and actually talk to each other. I'd much rather that. That's, again, the sacrifice of, there's no risk in doing it online and just making a comment and a hashtag and you're so beautiful and try to reverse psychologize or reinforce some kind of affection to someone. It's real out here, bro. What's really going to match to you is what's in front of you. All these girls are talking about these men that where is he? She's like, I want to date outside of my race. Do other guys outside of your race approach you? She was like, no. This is not hit right. And he's like, so how are you going to date outside your race if none of these dudes are approaching you? She's just like, well, I just thought that was the solution. She was so far up her own ass, she created a solution that wasn't even available. Instead of saying, I got to focus on me, I got to lose weight, I got to be more approachable. No, she'd rather say, I'm going to start dating outside of my race, even though that's not even an available option for her. Something's wrong with my blunt. Come on, ho. Get your shit together. I'm trying to smoke with you. I'm trying to smoke and this thing's just like not letting me. Now we're smoking, now we're choking. So when you're out there talking with your friends and you're bitching about relationships, know that their beliefs will leak into that conversation. Know that they are not licensed dating coaches, and know that life experience is the coach. You know, you got to get out there. You can't be just brave on the keyboard. You got to get out there and actually meet somebody. You got to actually go out there and actually shake a hand. You got to actually risk it for the biscuit. You're gonna have to put something into this more than just a confessional or a comment or some digital reference. This is us actually doing some physical shit with our lives. That we actually choose something and say, okay, look, I need more information than I'm getting. I need more than the books that I'm reading. I need more than the videos that I'm watching. I need to get it from the source. And the source is from the people that you're talking to, right? The people that have no hunt in the game and aren't like a sidewinder that just broke up with their boyfriend, girlfriend, and have hate in their heart and tell you, fuck that dude, because they're feeling like fuck that dude. Maybe fuck that dude's working for them. Maybe it doesn't work for you. When you're complaining to your friends, conversations with a friend, be weary of biases. People are biased. They might be your friend. You might need someone to talk to, but the response might not be what's necessary. People aren't coaches. They're just not. They're conversations. And they're there for us to feel good so we can say what we want in a confessional in confidence to somebody, to express something outside of our minds so we aren't crazy anymore. So important that we get a base it off of some or bounce it off of someone and say, okay, hey bro, I'm thinking this is what the chess game looks like. And they're going, nah, man, that's not what it looks like to me. And you're like, oh shit, that's what you see. It's like art on the wall. Is that what this is? You know, is that how you see it? And that's what we need. We need to see it differently. It's one of the hardest things for us to do is see ourselves differently. We only see through these eyes. It's very myopic. You know, it's hard to sense how people are. I mean, we can sense how we're treating other people by their reaction to us, but we can't think what they think about us. And maybe we shouldn't do that much anyway, right? Like concerned about what other people think. The point is to get the data from the trusted source. All the other people, those are opinions. They're like assholes. Everybody's got one. I wanted constructive criticism, not because someone has a random thought that pops up and just goes, hey, I think you should do this way. Case in point, my buddy, I haven't talked to him since, barely talked to him in the first place, and now I know why I don't talk to him. He literally came up and said, you shouldn't tell people to microdose that way. I'm like, I'm not teaching anybody how to microdose. I'm taking my own microdose. This is my own medicine. And if you want to watch my show and try to take my medicine that I got from my own pharmacy, you know what I'm saying, and try to take my dose that my own doctor prescribed me, how does that make sense? Everyone's different. Everyone's medication is different. Everybody's medication measurements are different, milligrams to grams. Everyone is different. To watch me and replicate me and try to say that I'm the expert at doing something was just a really weird way of perspective from him. It wasn't constructive. It wasn't helpful. It was just his opinion. And now he's back off to where he was before, fucking off with his opinion, watching me less and not telling me shit. And I kind of like it that way. If you want to watch to criticize, this is not the show for you. I'm not interested in that. If you want to watch and comment below like everyone else does and add to it and tell us how you fixed your own depression or how you measure your own microdosing, talk about that, bro, so everybody else can read it. Don't be all up in my DMs or voicemails trying to call me, telling me your unsolicited opinion. Opinions are like assholes. They're everywhere. This was a conversation and an appointment that I set up with my homie who I go with on a regular. Every year we're having a lunch, dinner, breakfast, something, just so we can see how we're doing. This is men's mental health. Women do it way better than us. They're on coffee breaks, park dates. Women are better at communicating than us, and it's time that we took note at, especially as men, conversations with the friend, more than digital, guys, more than like, yo, bro, you want to go see this basketball game? I would love to go for walks with my stressed out friends. I would love to go for workouts with my friends with high energy. I would love to go on a hike with people that were interesting, you know. more than somebody just coming in the DMs or commenting below and saying some shit like an armchair quarterback with no experience and no skin in the game and no dog in the hunt trying to call shots. That's what happened this weekend. Young Buck was like, "What did you do this?" Well, I'm not really down for this, but I got an opinion on this. I'm like, if you shouldn't have an opinion at all. Your opinion doesn't matter. And of course, like a little kid, he's like, "I'm 18, man." I'm like, but as a kid, kids get hurt on that. Your opinion doesn't matter. If I go into my fucking into this place right now and I ask somebody, they're like, "Your opinion doesn't matter." I don't work there. And that's what my point was. Do you work here? No. Do you have a contract? No. Do you have an NDA? No. Are you paying anybody? Are you cutting any checks? No. Then why are you acting like a boss? Just curious. You know, everybody wants to be a chief. Too many chiefs, not enough Indians here, bro. I'm dealing with your dad. He's the chief. He said I could do this work. I'm gonna deal with the chief. I don't need a kid coming over trying to supervise or question, or even my cameraman ask about contracts. And I'm just like, cameramen don't ask about contracts. There's a little bit of a pecking order here. So, you know, be aware of where you're getting your information from. Are you talking? One of the things in sales is, are you talking to the decision maker? Straight up, bro. It's a key to life and it's a key to business. You only want to talk to decision makers, gatekeepers, and be nice to the gatekeeper so you can get under the bridge like the troll that's blocking it. And one of the things that's blocking us is usually us, but sometimes we have to deal with other human beings and they might try to block us. You know what I'm saying? I know you know, because there's always going to be somebody that has power and control and use it as an abusive way to power and control you. Yeah, that's not a friend either. So, you know, there's going to be days where you're not going to have friends. There's going to be days where you're not having the right conversations. My thing is to get around people that you can get real information from, not a yes man, not somebody that's trying to win your votes or talk you into something, but a real friend, conversation with a friend that can give you real feedback that you can really build back on instead of some unsolicited opinion. The homegirl that came through for the photo shoot, she was all like, some dude said some shit to her, and she had one comment buck her whole day. One comment from one random that was obviously trolling her sunk her battleship. And I don't even remember what the dude said, and it doesn't even matter because it doesn't matter. And that's what we do. We give a lot of credence to things that don't matter. But if you have a conversation with a friend, this is a real friend. You know what I mean? It's a real friend. A friend in the end is somebody that you can lean on, that you can trust, that you can cry with, that you can grow with, that you can laugh with. I just lost a best friend. And I'm thinking in the end, I'm like, man, it was tough being your friend, dude. Like, I liked being your friend and I wanted you to be my best friend, but you didn't want to be my best friend. My best friend has to be tough. My best friend can't take things personally. My best friend has to be sharp. Ask my other best friends. They've been around for 20 plus years. You got to earn it with me, bro. And then I get some people that try to work at my level or see my hard work and say they want to join the team. Bro, this is a tough team to be on. A lot of years that earn these wrinkles. There's been a lot of mistakes that got this perspective, and it's because of my hard work and my determination that I got anything out of this life. And if you got anything out of this message, go ahead, like, share, subscribe, and comment below. Tell me what kind of conversations that you've had with friends and got. What did you get at the end? What did you get out of that conversation with a friend? And give me the helpful parts. Not the critical parts, not the opinionated parts. You know, give me the helpful parts. How have you been helpful in a situation? How did you succeed at something that you didn't think you were going to succeed at? That's a real good sharing of knowledge, you know? Not just me babbling and smoking my weed and going on my morning walks, you know? I want you to do that too. You'll significantly feel better the moment you step into the sunlight. You know, get it on your eyes, get it on your skin, bathe in the sun, and then start having conversations. And let me know below what was useful out of that. Anything? Or are we still just cats that cook? I think we're more than that. So that's all my heart from Start Your Boy Marky Saint's Addiction. Boom, baby, boom. And if you got anything out of this, Chigathon. That means goodbye, but not forever in Phoenix. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe. Peace. Ciao, bella. Beijos. Ciao, bella. Beijos. La vida. It's all about the life, baby. I'll see you guys on the other side. Ciao.